Hi, hello, welcome to Spell Day. We're covering a spell every single day of the year from the 5e PHB +3. +3 are homebrew. We're currently at +1 right now. You can go back in the playlist to find that. And today's spell is Gaseous Form. Third level transmutation, casting time of 1 action, range of touch, components verbal somatic material, a bit of gauze, and a wisp of smoke. How do you get a wisp of smoke? Duration, concentration, up to 1 hour. You transform a willing creature you touch along with everything it's wearing and carrying into a misty cloud for the duration. The spell ends if the creature drops 0 hit points and an incorporeal creature isn't affected. While in this form, the target's only method of movement is a flying speed of 10 feet. The target can enter and occupy the space of another creature. The target has resistance to non-magical damage, and it has advantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws. The target can pass through small holes, narrow openings, and even mere cracks. Though it treats liquids as though they were solid surfaces, the target can't fall and remains hovering in the air, even when stunned or otherwise incapacitated. While in this form of a misty cloud, the target can't talk or manipulate objects, and any object it was carrying or holding can't be dropped, used, or otherwise interacted with. The target can't attack or cast spells. I mean, if you want to play a Misty Vampire. So outside of travel and moving through a space, a cage, a gap, a crack in a door, which all of these things bring up, it's the small move in between various spaces. Also 10-foot flying speed you're limited to, but you don't fall, which is nice, and you have a resistance to all non-magical damage, but not immunity. Drop to 0, the spell's gonna end. It's concentration for an hour, but a touch spell, so it doesn't have to be the caster themselves. This could be another ally they're targeting, a rogue needing to sneak into a place, able to squeeze through the crack in a door, and even then, just to be able to unlock it on the other side. The fact you can't use anything makes sense, I guess. The fact is it's 3rd level, it's a very niche use, because again, we run into the issue of why wouldn't you just teleport or have some other spell to open the door, like knock? Or something to move or manipulate or break the cage in front of you, or thematic, it's alright. I don't know when the strength, dexterity, and con checks would come up. I guess when going through traps, which you would still take damage from, but are just resistant to. And that's only if they're not magical. There's still plenty of cases where there's no magical traps. Can't attack, can't cast spells, at least you can drop it. There's also a question of when the spell ends. Because it doesn't say the target can drop this as an action, or the target can drop this. It just says that you can transform a willing creature, and then the effect ends when the effect ends. Either they drop to 0, or you stop it. So can you shoot? I mean, they have to be willing in the first place, so you can't use this to trap someone in a cloud-like form. It's just very niche. And then concentration, 3rd level. Again, outside of theming, and giving certain monsters this ability, again, if you want that Misty Vampire, or some kind of big... what's that other variant of ogre or troll, the Oni, that can then turn into mist and then travel across the night and just appear in your windows, doors, thatched roofs. For that, it's neat. Again, it's just for theming. They're giving it to a monster's ability, but actually picking this as a spell option as a caster. Other options to get past the obstacles that this would help you with. Because again, I mean, it still gives you flying, which is great, 10-foot flying. But it's for the same level as fly, same concentration, same spell slot, same concentration, same range, easier to hide, I guess. If you're traveling at night, you're just a bit of mist or cloud, but no. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. A little too niche, and there's other spells that do some of the more useful parts better. But please mention in the comments below if you have any thematic uses for this spell, or situations where this would be more useful than any of the other options that I had hypothetically brought up or potentially brought up. I'll be looking at the comments.